Hello everyone. I'm currently making myself a lovely little breakfast / lunch. It's noon, so whatever you want to call that. But I homemade these protein bagels. It's made with Greek yogurt, flour, whole wheat flour, egg, and baking soda. So I haven't tried it yet, so hopefully they taste good. But I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it was Lecrae, who is a Christian rapper, if you've ever heard of him. It was his podcast called The Deep End, which is really good. And he had Will Smith on there, which was really interesting to me. And it was actually really good. And interesting to hear about Will Smith's spirituality. Okay. And basically, he said, this one segment that really, resonated with me. And he was basically saying, they were talking about how, a lot of people in this generation now, on social media, whatnot, are always saying, the struggle is real, the struggle is real. And Will Smith was like, yeah, but let me clarify something, the struggle is real, but striving during the struggle actually increases the resistance. When we are fighting to get out of the struggle, during the struggle, that actually just causes more suffering. And basically he goes on to say, that you need to, when you're in a difficult time, a difficult situation, relax. Relax. We're so focused on getting out of the struggle that we don't always realize, what we're supposed to be getting from the struggle. And also, just having faith and dependency on God instead of exhausting ourselves trying to depend on our own strength to get out of whatever we're in. Because at the end of the day, we're not in control. He's the one in control. And, so yeah, the idea of, having faith during times of struggle instead of just worrying about things that you can't control, because who is that doing any good? That's not improving the situation, you know? And then he goes on to say, there's always going to be fear. There's always going to be fear. There's always going to be temptation. There's always going to be challenges. And it's more about being comfortable, learning to be comfortable being terrified, which I interpreted biblically as, the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you have full dependency and, surrender to the Holy Spirit, then you're okay with being uncomfortable. You're comfortable being uncomfortable, and you're okay with being scared or being uncertain of how things are going to turn out. And he says, I would much rather be better at being okay while terrified than trying to be fearless. It's better to be comfortable with being terrified than to try to become fearless, because that's much harder, because you're always going to have something that scares you, that challenges you, that tempts you, because we're human and this world is not perfect. And I don't know, I just thought that was a really good way to look at things. And he wasn't necessarily, when he was talking about that, referencing God, but what I got from what he was saying was you are the only way that you're really going to have peace in this life consistently, because trouble is always going to come, challenges are always going to come, is if you depend on God and surrender control to him. Because as a former control freak, which I talk about in another video, there's no such thing as a Christian control freak, because if you truly believe in God and believe that he is who he says he is, then you don't want control of everything, and two, you know that you can't control everything, and you're okay with that. And that's the only way that you're really going to have peace in this life, because you need to depend on the Holy Spirit and his guidance and his strength to get you out of situations. So yeah, but I hope everyone has a great day. Look at this delicious breakfast I just made. I hope these bagels don't taste like buns. But yeah, everyone have a great Saturday. God bless you guys. Bye.